Morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Today we'll continue our class with the list. In the last class, we have discussed by saying the inbuilt functions, length, minimum, maximum on the list. Now we'll see how to convert a string into a list. Now we'll take a string. See, the string s equals spam. This spam, I want each character separately stored in a list. Am I audible?
Yes.
Raghavendra, can you hear? Satvik?
Yes, sir.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
Okay. Now if I want to convert this a string into a list, now I want separately s in a separately stored in the list p a m. In that case, what we'll do is we'll initialize a string which is stored in a variable called s. Now what we'll do is now I'll pass that to a list. See, what is the change here is, see, till now whenever you create a list, we used to use big brackets. But now here with the small brackets and you have passed a string to it. Whenever you pass this string to a list function, now each character is stored at a different index. If you want to check that directly, a print statement, print of t. See now, separately SPAM, it has been stored at different indexes. At the 0th index, yes, first index 1, second index A, and third index M. This is how you are going to convert a string into a list. We usually don't get this type of requirement in any application. The requirement comes is like this. There will be a string, there will be a big string. This string, there are so many words in that. These words, I want to be at a different indexes in a list. I want to split this string. I want each different 4 words. In that case, what we'll do is, in the Java, what we used to do, we used to use the split function. The same thing we do it in the Python also. The same split function we use. Here, the split function, see, you are going to call yes, the string dot split function. Whenever you pass this split, in the Java, it has to store inside an array. You have to give it an index and you have to fetch the values from that. Here, you are going to, it is automatically going to return to a list. Here, the split function automatically return a list. See now, The list contains 4 words. In the first index, first word, second word, third, and the fourth. Automatically, it has created a list and it has separated each word. And here, what is the delimiter it has taken is automatically it has taken space as the delimiter. If it was there is no space without the delimiter, it cannot split. Why it has not splitted after third character? How it came to know that it has to take these many characters after that this word, this and this. How it has came to know is there is a space here. This space it has automatically taken as a delimiter and it has split the entire string and automatically it has created a list. You have not created a list. This T and 4 different words. And if you want to check, you can check with the separate indexes. If you want to check print of T of 2, 0, 1, 2. Now it should print. Now it will print D because 0, 1, 2. This is how converting a string into a list, converting an entire a line of strings, so many words are there. There is one more is if there are delimiters, if the strings are like this, sometimes there will be a underscore in between a string like this. In that case, we have to give a delimiter because since there is no space, how it is going to split? By default, it has taken a see the output here. Here I have added the underscore in between a string. Now s dot split it has run. See the in the list only one element is there. Why? Because there is no space in between. It is not able to split. By default, delimiter by default it will be a space. If you want a custom delimiter, if there is a underscore, hyphen, slash, any other delimiter is there between the words, in that case, you have to give the delimiter. In this case, the delimiter is underscore. See now, penning, for, the, and friends. 4 different words because once ever it finds the delimiter, it is going to copy to the list. Second word, until it finds the delimiter, copy, copy, copy. 4 different words is stored in the list. This is the use of split function. This is the one we normally use whenever we develop any applications. This is the commonly used function, split with the delimiter. This is a rare occurrence of converting a string into the list. We don't usually use this, but most of the time we use this function, s dot split. We should practice this. So this is what the delimiter. As and there is a functionality called join also. See here. As you have seen the split, there is a one more function called join also. There is a list which has 4 words. If we want to join them with the space, there is option. If you want other than the space, any delimiter you can add in between and join the entire. See here, I have taken a list. I have initialized the delimiter variable with a space. Now, using this delimiter, I have taken one by one element, added this in between, and then the output of that is the entire string. These two, most of the times we'll use split and join. But what is the difference here is whenever you use the split, you split with the string variable, string dot split in the brackets delimiter. But whenever you use the join, delimiter dot join of list. This is the difference between a split and a join. The main difference is this: you have to use the delimiter dot join of list. But here, whenever you use the split, string dot split in the bracket, you can pass the delimiter. That is the main difference. Hey, anyone have doubts? Anyone have doubts? Yashwant,
No,
Karthik? Sandesh, do you have any doubts?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಡೌಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay, then we'll move to the next topic, objects and values. See, till now we have discussed the split function, join, split and join function. We commonly use this and how to convert a string to the list. See, if you want to understand this Python, you should know about these objects and values. Whenever you create a variable, whether they will create a two different objects or a single object, or whether both the objects are same or not, that we have to understand. See here, two variables a and b, both the variables use the, see, this is the name they have given, in the author has chosen this, that is why I have taken the same names, a and b, and the variable values are banana. If you think, if two, whether two strings, they are, whether they have, we call it as a reference a and b, if they will create a two different objects. If you want to check whether both are same, there is a operator is and not is. If both are referred to the same object, if both a and b references, they both point to the same object, then a is b should be true. If both are having a different objects, the object id is different for a, object id is different for b, and object values are banana, both the values are same, then a is b should be false. See here, a is b is true. In this case, whenever you create a string, both a and b are, the object is string. In that case, the next thing, first condition is matched, a and b both are referred to the same object. The next thing is, it is just going to compare the values. If both the values are same, both are same, that is why a is b is true. Now both are string objects. Now I'll change, see now a is b is false. Why a is b is false is, even though both the string are both the variables a and b both are string objects, but the values are not same. That is why it is false. String objects values are not same. You'll understand better whenever you see this. Now, instead of list string, I'll create a two list. See, now a equals 1, 2, 3, a one list, another list, same values 1, 2, 3. Now, if you check whether a and b are same, if you assume whether it is same, then it is wrong. Whenever you create a list, each it doesn't see the value. It doesn't see the value. Whenever you create a list, will not treat it as it is a list object. Both are a different list objects. Even though the values are same, both are different list objects. That is why even though the values are same 1, 2, 3, it is giving false. In case of string, both a and b are banana, banana. That is why both are of string type, string objects. It will give it as an true. If you check with the operator is. But now, in this case, even though the values are same, if you assume both A and B are list, but in case of the list, it is not going to point to the same object. Every time it will create a two different lists. In that case, what we should do, if you want both the references A and B, instead of creating two different list objects, I want only a one list but two different references. A should point to 1, 2, 3. B also should point to 1, 2, 3. In that case, we should go for aliasing. In that case, what we should do is create one list, but assign the value of A, assign this reference to the B. Whenever you assign this reference, what will happen is both A and B will point to the single list. In that case, see now, in that case, you check whether A is B, it is true. Why? Because you have given another name for A, that is B, that is called aliasing. Now both A and B references, they point to a single list. This is called aliasing. Aliasing is nothing but create one more reference point to the same object. But whenever you create a two different lists, even though the values are same, both are not same object. That is why A is B will be false. Do anyone have doubts on this? Do anyone have doubts in this? The next thing is this list. We have seen how to create a function. How to create a function? To create a function is using the definition followed by the function name, then empty brackets, colon, then we used to write the body of the function. That is how we used to write the functions in the Python that we have discussed already. Even you can pass the list as an argument to the function. This is a function. this function. For that, we are going to pass the argument called t. See this? There is a function called so you have defined a function. That function name is delete underscore head. For that, you have passed the argument. You are going to use the delete operator and the first index in that list, first value, we are going to delete using the delete operator. So this is a list you have created, let us ABC. You are calling the function call is there. For that, you are going to pass the list. Whenever you pass the list, it will go inside this, delete the first index, A it will delete. Then we are going to print. Whenever you print, you should get only B and C. B and C, you are able to see this in the console. What I have to demonstrate here is even you can pass not only a single variable, you can directly pass the list as an argument to the functions. How to create a function? Function will start with def keyword followed by function name within the small brackets. In the small brackets, any arguments if it is there, you can directly pass or else colon, then indentation, then the following statement. That is what is there in that chapter called list. Then we'll go to the next chapter called dictionaries. The most interesting or the this already in the Java you have seen the concept called map. The map function hash map, if you have used in the Java, then you will understand this clearly here. Dictionaries. A dictionary is just like a list. But what change here in the dictionary is it is all the key value pair. In the list, what we'll do is every index will store each value. And this index are always the integers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are always integers, the indexes. But in case of the dictionaries, the indexes are keys. They can be of any data type. For any key, there should be a value. There is an association of key and a value. That is why it is called as dictionaries. So what the difference between a list and the dictionary? Dictionary is key value pair, and each key can have a value of any data type. If you want to map this with a Java, there in the map there is a concept called map, hash map is exactly the same. See now, there is a function called dict. Dict is a function. That function, using that, we are going to create a dictionary. If you want to print the dictionary, what is being created? See, the output is empty flower brackets. Empty flower brackets is an empty dictionary. For the list, we use the keyword list. See the brackets here. Which are the brackets we use that you should remember. The empty flower bracket tells you that it is an empty dictionary. Now if you want to store values, I said the dictionary is always a key value pair. In that case, if you want to store or create a dictionary, see how we are initialized within the flower bracket. It is not big brackets for the list. If you are creating a dictionary, it is the flower bracket. Within the flower bracket, first will be the key, second will be the value, comma. Next will be the key, colon, then the value. This can be of any data type. That is what I was stressing. The key can be, this is a value, key value, key value. Now, if you check the type of this new dictionary, it is a dictionary. A dictionary is created key value pair. If you want to check what is being stored at the, what will be the value of the key 2? In that case, you have to use the brackets. See the big brackets. Within this big bracket, you have to pass the key, then you will get the value. If you give the print, in order to just print dictionary name within the big bracket, if you pass the key, you will get the value for 2. The output will be DOS. Another two things I want to demonstrate is print. See this print. If there is no index key called 4, in that case, see the type of the error it should give is the key error. This key error you can catch it in the except class. You can catch this. What will be the length of this dictionary? Whether it will give the count of the number of words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not that way. The length of the length of this dictionary is 3, because 3 different key value pairs are there. 1, 2, and 3. That is why the length of the dictionary, whenever you pass, it will give you 3. Even you can check these things, whether the key 1 whether 1 present in this dictionary, whether it is present, yes, but if you check the value, the same value, it will give you wrong, because it is always the key it will search. It will always search for the keys, the in operator in the dictionary. That is why even though is there, the value for the key 1, it is giving you false. Remember this, the in operator in the dictionaries, it will search for the keys, not for the values. You cannot search with this. Yes, you can search with this 1, 2, 3. There is a function called, you want just only these values, DOS, you want just only these values, DOS and then trace. If you want just only the values, there is a function called new dictionary dot values. This new dictionary called values, it will give you this only the values. It will not return you the keys. New dictionary dot values. What is the beauty of this Python? If you want a separate values like this, in operator, if you want to use, you can search only the keys whether it is present or not. The main application or how the dictionary is useful is these things. this program. You can use the dictionary as a set of counter. Class I have already told in a string how many times each character is there. Think about it. See this word, each character, how many times it has repeated. If you want to write a logic for that, how many characters are there, those many number of characters you have to take and you have to implement 26 variables, or else with a list you can store, but with a dictionary 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, within 8 lines you can print the occurrence of each character in a string. That is the advantage with this. That we'll discuss in the next class. Now I'll take the attendance. Do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll meet on Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you.